And good evening. My name's Kurt Berglund. This is Payoff Pitch Dream Season Baseball, and we have a good one here for you tonight. We are starting the 11th block of games this evening, meaning that all of these teams have played 10 games in the 18-game mini-season of the 26 teams that I have selected for this Payoff Pitch Dream Season, plus playoffs. So, let's get down to particulars. They've all played 10 games. That means that coming into tonight, there are 8 games left for everybody. The visiting team tonight is the 1983 Atlanta Braves. They are at 7-3 in second place in the National League. Pretty impressive, except they got swept. Their 3 losses are from the first place team, the 2018 Milwaukee Brewers. But not only is this 1983 Braves team on pace for the playoffs, they're on pace for the number 2 seed in the National League. No small feat. They are visiting a team that had a hot start, the 1987 Milwaukee Brewers, but have cooled off and are now sitting at 5-5 and on the outside looking in at the American League playoff race. So they definitely need a win here tonight as well. This is, as you might guess, the block of games where we are doing interleague play for 11 of the 13 games for games 10, 11, and 12 are interleague games. So they can't make a great deal of movement because they're not beating teams they got to beat, but they can get help and hopefully make advances in their own division races. The pitchers tonight, Craig McMurtry for the 1983 Atlanta Braves. Craig was 15-9 with a 3.08 earned run average in 1983. It was his rookie year, and he will be opposed by Mark Knudsen, who was 4-4 with a 5.37 ERA as the sometimes 5th starter for the 1987 Brewers. So we'll see how it goes tonight. Couple of soft tossing right-handers. Should be some interesting results on a couple of power-laden teams. So we'll see who gets the best of it. Let's get to the lineups. All right, the starting lineups for these two ball clubs, starting with the visiting 1983 Atlanta Braves. Brett Butler leads off in left field. Rafael Ramirez bats second at shortstop. Claudell Washington bats third in right field. Dale Murphy bats fourth in center field. Chris Chambliss bats fifth at first base. Mike Jorgensen is the DH tonight. He will bat sixth. Glenn Hubbard will bat seventh. He's at second base. Bruce Benedict bats eighth. He does the catching. And Jerry Royster will bat ninth and play third base. In the homestanding 1987 Brewer lineup, you'll see the following men. Paul Molitor leading off at third base. Robin Yount batting second in center field. Glenn Braggs batting third in right field. Greg Brock batting fourth at first base. Rob Deere batting fifth in left field. B.J. Surhoff batting sixth and doing the catching. Bill Schroeder batting seventh, and Bill is the DH tonight. Jim Gantner bats eighth and plays second base. And Dale Swain bats ninth and plays shortstop. We are ready to go. Mark Knudsen, the right-hander, on the mound for the Brewers. Let's get this rolling and see who gets the better of it in Milwaukee's County Stadium. The pitch from Knudsen to Brett Butler is hit to right, and that's Glenn Braggs on the run, and he will make the catch for out number one, and we are underway in Milwaukee. Rafael Ramirez bats second. He hit .278 against right-handers in 1983. Pitch to Rafi is lined a base hit to left that drops in front of Rob Deere, and he will collect it and throw it back in. Rafi's aboard with a single. That brings up Claudell Washington with 1 out, and Ramirez on first. Knudsen to the belt. The pitch home is lifted in the air to left. Deer back a little bit and toward the line, but he'll make the catch. Out number 2 in the first, and Dale Murphy, the MVP who hit .321 against right-handers in 1983. This is a shot to center, but it's right at Robin Yount, and he's going to make the catch for the third out. And we're going to go to the bottom of the first with no score in Milwaukee. Knudsen does his job in inning number 1. McMurtry will face Molitor, Yount, and then Braggs in the Brewer first. Craig, the wind and the pitch, and this is grounded to short. That's Rafael Ramirez. He's going to throw across to Chambliss for out number 1. And Robin Yount comes on up. Robin hit .330 against right-handers on the season, and he draws a walk this time, so he's aboard. And he can run, so Tom Trebelhorn may want to send him. Robin working on his lead, McMurtry to the belt. The pitch home, Robin not going, and this is grounded to short. Braggs grounds it to Ramirez, who goes to Hubbard for 1, and the relay to Chambliss is not in time. Braggs beats the rap at first base. And with 2 outs, it'll be Greg Brock with Braggs at first now instead of Yount. Brock, .304 against right-handers. McMurtry to the belt. The pitch hit in the air to right. Claudell Washington is going to get there, and that will retire the Brewers in the first. We go to the second, and we are scoreless in Milwaukee. Mark Knudsen back on the mound after a successful first inning. Chris Chambliss, Mike Jorgensen, and Glenn Hubbard will oppose him here in the second for Atlanta. Knudsen the wind, the pitch, hit to left. Deer coming on, and he will make the catch for the first out. Jorgensen, .234 against right-handers. This is hit to Swaim. And, wait a minute. Okay, no. This is hit to Swaim. What did I do? Oh, yep, okay. I'm getting there, don't worry. Okay, so this is popped towards left. Swaim on the run. Swaim will get there. He crashes into the stands in foul territory. He holds on to the ball, but let's see if he's hurt. Let's see if Swaim is injured on the play. He is not. He's okay. So a foul out to the shortstop for Jorgensen. There's 2 outs. Swaim is all right. And Hubbard comes up with 2 outs and nobody on in the Braves' second. Glenn, .262 against right-handers on the season. And this one is a blooper to left, and it's going to fall in front of Deer for a single for Hubbard. And that'll bring up Eggs Benedict. .294 in a surprising 83 offensively. Knudsen to the belt. And this one is hit to left. Hubbard advances to second and stops there. So there's 2 out and 2 on for Jerry Royster. .241 against right-handers. He's in there for Horner tonight. Getting the night off, maybe. We'll see. Knudsen to the belt. Checks Hubbard at second. And this is grounded to Gantner. He's going to go the short way to Swaim covering second. And the Braves are done in the second inning. We go to the bottom of 2. And it's 0-0 in Milwaukee. McMurtry back on the bump. Deere, Surhoff, and Schroeder coming up for the men from Brewtown. McMurtry, the wind, and the pitch to Deere. Hey, struck him out. That's McMurtry's first of the game. Surhoff with nobody on and one man out. Hit .294 against right-handers and dumped the hottest girl in my high school. Yeah, B.J. Surhoff, dumped the hottest girl in my high school. I'm trying, I can't get over it. I can't do it. I try and work past it. I've tried to understand it. He dumped her. Yeah. Okay, so BJ drills this one to right center, and it's going to get down and get to the wall. Claudell Washington's going to run it down. Surhoff's going to make second with a double, and that's going to bring up Schroeder. Huge power threat for the Brewers. McMurtry's got to be careful. BJ works on his lead off second base. Schroeder hits it deep, left field. Brett Butler back to the track, to the wall, and he's got it for out number 2. Fires it back in. Surhoff was already at third base. He's sprinting back to second. He will make it. And with 2 outs and Surhoff still at second base, it'll be Gantner. .291 for Gantner on the season against righties. McMurtry hangs this one, and Gantner hits it deep. Right field, Washington. Claudell to the track, to the wall. It's gone. Jim Gantner has left the building, and so has Elvis. It's a 2-0 Brewer lead in the bottom of the second. Whoa-wee. You don't expect that off the bat of Jim Gantner. Okay, so McMurtry looking to get the third out. Swaim up with nobody on, and this one is hung, and this one is hit deep to right. Way back for Washington toward the wall, and it clanks off the foul pole. Dale Swaim and Jim Gantner go back-to-back, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Brewers. Yikes. McMurtry getting pounded in the bottom of the second. Molitor up now, 0 for 1 on the day for Paul. This is hit toward Hubbard. And Glenn cannot get there. It's through for a base hit. Molitor's aboard. Is he going to go? He can run, of course. Paul Molitor. And Benedict's arm is, we'll say so-so. So Yount is at the plate. McMurtry to the belt in a pile of trouble. The pitch home, there goes Molitor, and the throw down from Benedict to Hubbard is not in time. Molitor steals second base, and he's in scoring position now with 2 gone for Yount. Braggs is next. McMurtry to the belt, checks Molitor now at second base, and he walks Yount. So maybe an intentional walk, giving Yount for the open bag at first base, and now Glenn Braggs, who hit .267 on the season. Pitch to Glenn. Hey, struck him out and gets out of the jam, but the Brewers, on the strength of back-to-back home runs by Jim Gantner, I said Jim Gantner and Dale Swaim, now lead this one as we go to the third inning by a score of 3-0. So the Braves have some work to do. Mark Knudsen back on the mound. He has allowed just 3 hits in his 2 innings of work, no runs, and Butler leads off at the top of the Braves order. Pitch to Brett, and he draws a walk, as a good leadoff man does. So Ramirez will come up. Raphael is 1-for-1. Knudsen to the belt, checks Butler at first. Brett not going. The pitch grounded to Gantner at second. Gantner to Swaim for 1, and whoa! Butler takes out Swaim at second base. Ramirez beats the Rap at first. So with 1 out, now Ramirez is at first, and Washington is at the plate. Claudel is 0-for-1. Knudsen to the belt again. Pitch to Claudel is drilled to right. Bragg's back. Braggs has it, and Ramirez will return to first base. With 2 outs, Murphy's up. Murph is 0-for-1 on the day. And this one's skied to left, but not deep. Rob Deere coming on. And that will end the Braves in the third. So Knudsen having a fine start so far. And McMurtry back out to try and limit the damage. Bottom of the third, 3-0 Brewers. And Greg Brock, Rob Deere, and B.J. Surhoff will be coming up for the Brewtowners. The pitch from McMurtry to Brock is strike 3 called. 3 strikeouts now for McMurtry. And Deere coming up. He has 1 of the 3. Craig the Wind, the pitch to Rob Deere. Grounded to Hubbard. He fumbles it. They're going to give Deere a single, and Hubby throws the ball away, and that'll get Deere to second base. He dove, he grabbed it, and then he picked it up and threw it wildly, so they're giving Deere credit for a single, plus Hubbard the error, which gets Deere to second base. Now, with a man in scoring position of 1 out, it's B.J. Surhoff. B.J. doubled and scored in the second. McMurtry to the belt. The pitch, hey, struck him out. That's 2 in the inning, 4 in the game for McMurtry, and now Schroeder. They're going to walk Schroeder to get to Gantner, and they're just daring Gantner to go deep again. So McMurtry to the belt with Deere on second. The pitch to Gantner. It's bloop to right. Claudel Washington coming on, and he's going to get there and make the catch, and that will retire the Brewers in the third. So Joe Torrey's intentional walk of Schroeder pays off. McMurtry's out of the inning, and we'll go to the fourth. With the score, Milwaukee 3, Atlanta 0 in Milwaukee. In the Braves' fourth inning, Mark Knudsen, throwing a shutout so far, is going to face Chris Chambliss, Mike Jorgensen, and then Glenn Hubbard for Atlanta. Chambliss 0-for-1 stands in against Knudsen. And this, my friends, is a hanger. And this, my friends, is a rain delay. It's a rain delay. Trying to figure out what we're doing here. Okay. No effect on the game. So Chambliss stands back in against Knudsen. The wind and the pitch to Chris is a walk. Chambliss takes ball 4 and he strolls down to first base. That'll bring up Jorgensen. Jorgie is 0-for-1 on the evening. There's nobody out. Knudsen to the belt. The pitch. Ground ball, second base. Gantner. Swaim. Brock. It's a soul-crushing, rally-killing double play off the bat of Mike Jorgensen, and now Knudsen will face Hubbard. Glenn is 1-for-1, and there's nobody on. The pitch Ground ball third, gloved by Molitor. He throws to Brock, and that retires the Braves in the fourth. So we go to the bottom of 4. Swaim, and then the top of the order with Molitor, and then Yount, representing the Brew Crew. Mercury the wind, and the pitch. Bounce to first, gloved by Chambliss. He's going to take it himself, as he usually did, and that is out number 1. Paul Molitor, 363 on the 87 season against right-handers. This is grounded to Hubbard. Glenn throws to Chambliss, and that's 2 gone. And now Yount. Robin, 2 walks on the day. Pitch to him. He just drew his 3rd walk, and he's aboard with 2 outs for Braggs. Glenn is 0 for 2 with a strikeout on his ledger. McMurtry to the belt, checks Yount. Pitch home to Braggs. It's a blooper into right, and it's going to land in front of Washington. Yount goes first to third better than anybody, and there are now Brewers at the corners with 2 men out for Greg Brock. Greg is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. McMurtry in another jam, and that'll be Yount at third, Braggs at first, Brock at the plate, McMurtry to the belt, the pitch home. Hey, struck him out, and McMurtry escapes another jam, this time with his 5th strikeout on the evening. So it's not pretty, but the Braves still are in the game. After 4, it's 3-0 Brewers. Mark Knudsen back out for inning number 5, and he will face Benedict, Royster, and then the top with Butler. Bruce is 1 for 1. Pitch to him is sharply lined to left. It's going to be in front of Deere, and Benedict is aboard with his 2nd hit. Jerry Royster comes up. Jerry's 0 for 1. Knudsen to the belt, checks Benedict, but Bruce isn't going anywhere. The pitch home is grounded to Gantner. Gantner flips to Swaim. Swaim's relay to Brock is in the dirt. He blocks it, but that will not get Royster as Jerry beats the wrap. So they get the force at second on Benedict, but Royster is safe at first. And so now it'll be Butler with 1 out against Knudsen. Brett 0 for 1 with a walk on the evening. The pitch is a ground ball short. This is Swaim. He takes it himself to second and does not relay to first as Butler's speed beats the wrap. So 2 fielders' choices on the inning bring Ramirez up, and Butler is at first. So I don't know if Torrey's going to want to send him with 2 outs or not. We'll see. Rafi at the plate. Rafi is 1 for 2. Knudsen to the belt. Checks Butler. Pitch home. That's a base hit to right. Butler's going to stop at second. Claudell Washington will come to the plate. There's 2 men out. Claudell's 0 for 2. But he's the tying run, and Dale Murphy's on deck, so he just might get something to hit from Knudsen. Mark to the belt, checks Butler at second. The pitch home is trouble. That's to right center and deep, and it's going to be off the wall. It gets past Braggs and Yount, and Claudell Washington is going to get to third standing with a triple. It's a 3-2 ball game now as Claudell Washington triples home Butler and Ramirez with 2 outs in the 5th. Dale Murphy comes up with the tying run 90 feet away. Chris Chambliss on deck. Knudsen to the belt, looks at Washington at third. The pitch home to Murph is a hanger, and it's deep. Center field. Robin Yount to the wall, and he will not get it. It's gone. Elvis has left the building. So has Dale Murphy. It's 4-3 Braves with a big 4-run 5th. Ooh. All of a sudden, lightning strikes, and it's 4-3 Braves. With 2 outs and now nobody on, Chris Chambliss comes to the plate, 0 for 1 with a walk on Chris's ledger for the day. And this is a blooper to right field. It's going to fall in front of Braggs, and that's a base hit. So Jay Aldrich is going to get throwing again in the Brewer pen, and Mike Jorgensen will come to the plate. Jorgie is 0 for 2. Chambliss at first, 2 men out, 4-3 Atlanta. The pitch from Knudsen is grounded to third, taken by Molitor. Paul goes to Gantner the short way for the out, but the Braves pick up 4 in an explosive inning, featuring a triple by Washington and a dong by Murphy, and now lead 4-3. So, the Brewers will try and retaliate in the 5th, but before we get there, let's hear from our sponsor. I'm talking about Deep Sea Wild Alaska Pink Salmon. That's right, my friends. Are you tired of fresh fish? Are you tired of fish that taste good? I know I am. That's why I eat Deep Sea Wild Alaska Pink Salmon. Let's check the nutrition facts just for grins. If you can gag down an entire serving, which is 1/3 of a cup of this goodness, you're going to help yourself to 5% of your saturated fats for the day, 17%, 50 milligrams of cholesterol. That's what I call artery clogging goodness. And if you still have a pulse after that, check out the sodium, my friend. 1/3 of a cup gives you 15% of your sodium for the day. Not only does it taste good, you're going to have a hard time with blood flow all afternoon after a Deep Sea Wild Alaska Pink Salmon lunch. Be like me. Swear off fresh fish. Do what I do. Eat it from the can. All right. Now it's the bottom of the 5th. Rob Deere, B.J. Surhoff, and Bill Schroeder due against McMurtry. Deere, 1 for 2 with a strikeout on the day. And he lifts this one to center. It's going to drive Murph back, but not quite to the warning track. And he will make the catch for out number 1. B.J. Surhoff is 1 for 2. McMurtry the wind. The pitch is drilled down the right field line past Chambliss. Going to rattle around in the corner. B.J.'s going to get himself a second double and represent the tying run in scoring position. Schroeder's 0 for 1 with an intentional walk as well on his ledger. McMurtry to the belt. They're going after him. The pitch to Billy. Hey, struck him out. That's K number 6 for McMurtry here in the 5th. And Gantner, 1 for 2 with a 2-run dong. I can't believe it either. And Surhoff still in scoring position. McMurtry to the belt. The pitch to Gantner is grounded to Royster. And Jerry gloves it, throws to Chambliss, retires the Brewers in the 5th. We're going 6 in Milwaukee on a rainy evening. Atlanta 4 and the Brewers 3. Knudsen his evening is done. Jay Aldrich is going to be the new Brewer pitcher. 3-1 with a 4.94 earned run average on the season, 31 games, 58 innings for the right-hander. He was a soft tosser, not unlike Mark Knudsen. And just in case things start to get out of hand, Chuck Krim is starting to throw in the Brewer bullpen behind Aldrich. So, for the Braves in the top of the 6th, it'll be Hubbard, Benedict, and Royster. Glenn is 1 for 2 on the evening. Aldrich, the wind, the pitch to Hubby. Grounded to second, taken by Gantner. He's going to throw to Brock, and there's one gone in the 6th. Bruce Benedict is 2 for 2. Pitch to Bruce is grounded up the middle, past Swaim into center field. Bruce is 3 for 3, and that'll bring up Royster, who's 0 for 2. No threat to steal, but Benedict represents an important insurance run on base. Aldrich to the belt, checks Bruce Benedict at first base, and the pitch. Hit hard to center field on a line to Yount, and he will make the grab for out number 2. Now it's Butler. Brett 0 for 2, run scored and a walk. Benedict still at first. Aldrich, the pitch. Grounded to third. Molitor goes to Gantner, and that will retire the Braves in the 6th. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th with Atlanta leading by a score of 4-3. For the Brewers in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be Swaim, Molitor, and Yount against McMurtry. Oh, man. No, they're not doing that. They're not doing McMurtry for the 6th inning. Yeah, they're not doing that. So, we're going to have a relief pitcher. It's going to be Garber. Going with Gene Garber here in the 6th. Give you McMurtry's numbers. 5 innings, 7 hits. He walked 3. He walked 1 more intentionally. He struck out 6. He allowed 3 runs. They're all earned. He allowed 2 homers. And now it's up to Gene Garber to face Swaim, Molitor, and Yount. Dale, 1 for 2 with a solo dong in the 2nd. Garber, the wind, and the pitch. And that's a base hit into center field in front of Murphy. He will throw it back in, and the Brewers have the tying run on base. The lead run is Paul Molitor, and he stands in there now. Garber to the belt. The pitch. Hit to Royster. And he gloves the line out for out number 1. So Molitor hit it hard, but Royster gloves it. And there's 1 man out. Now it's Yount with Swaim still at first base. Garber to the belt, checks Swaim, the pitch home. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone now, and Glenn brags. Garber to the belt again, checks Swaim again, the pitch. hit to right, but at Claudel, and he's going to make the catch for out number 3 in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Braves on top, 4-3. Aldrich back out. He will face Ramirez, Washington, and Murphy for Atlanta. Krim still throwing in the Brewer bullpen. Rafi, 2 for 3 with a run scored. The pitch from Aldrich to Ramirez. Hey, struck him out. There's one gone in the 7th for Atlanta. Claudel Washington, a 2-run triple. Maybe the hit of the game so far, although Murphy's 2-run bomb after that is a pretty good choice as well. So Claudel is 1 for 3. 2 ribbies, a run scored, a triple. Aldrich, the pitch. It's a hanger, and it's deep. Center field for Yount, again to the track, to the wall. Elvis has left the building, so has Claudel Washington. It's 5-3 Braves in the 7th. Here comes Tom Troublehorn. He's seen enough. He wants Krim. And he's going to get him right now. That's it for Aldrich. Jay, 1 1/3 innings. 2 hits, 1 run, a home run, and 1 strikeout. Now it's Krim to face Murphy. Chuck, 53 games, 5 starts, 12 saves, 130 innings, a 6-8 record with a 367 earned run average in 1987, and he's got a tough task facing the 1983 MVP right here, Dale Murphy, who is 1 for 3 in the game with the 2-run homer. Krim, the wind, the pitch home, and Murph hits a blooper to left, and it's going to drop in front of Deere. He's aboard with 1 man out, and they've got to pay attention to him because he stole 30 bases and was caught 4 times on the season. So, Krim to the belt. Chris Chambliss steps into the batter's box, 1 for 2, with a walk on Chris's evening. Murphy works on his lead. Krim to the belt, checks him. The throw over is not in time. Now Krim's back, ready to pitch again, and the pitch home to Chambliss, and there goes Murphy. And Gantner makes the tag, but whoa, no he doesn't. He does not. He missed it, and it goes into center field. Surhoff's throw is wild. Murphy gets a stolen base, and an E2 on Surhoff gets Murphy to third with 1 out for Chambliss. The Brewer infield will now play in. It's 5-3 Atlanta with run number 6 90 feet away and only 1 man out for Chambliss. Krim in a jam. The infield is in. Krim to the belt. The pitch home is hit to center. Robin Yount moving back a few steps. Is this going to be deep enough to score Murphy? They're going to send him. Del Maxville sending Murphy. Here he goes. He's out at the plate. Robin Yount throws him out at the plate. It's a close call, but they got him. Chris Chambliss flies out to center. Yount lines up his throw and uncorks a good one. They get 1 run on 2 hits in the Braves' 7th. It's time to stretch them out in Milwaukee. Robin, maybe a game-saving throw right there. It will go to the bottom of the 7th with the score. Atlanta 5, Milwaukee 3. And for the Brewers, it'll be Brock, Deere, and Surhoff coming up to try and do some damage on Gene Garber. Who's ready for inning number 2. So Brock is 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. The pitch from Garber. Hey, struck him out. That's Garber's second strikeout, and there's one man gone in the 7th. Deere is up. Rob 1 for 3 with a strikeout himself. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone. 3 strikeouts now for Garber and Surhoff. 2 for 2, a pair of doubles, a run scored, and a whiff for BJ. And it's a line drive to left field. Surhoff goes the other way for his 3rd hit of the day, and that'll bring up Schroeder, the tying run. 6 home runs on the season for Billy. 0 for 2 with an intentional walk and a strikeout. Garber to the belt, checks Surhoff at first. The pitch home. Hey, struck out the side around a single by Surhoff, and Garber does his job. We have played 7 complete in Milwaukee. Atlanta 5, Milwaukee 3. And Krim coming back out for inning number 2. It'll be Jorgensen, Hubbard, and Benedict in the Braves' 8th. Steve Bedrosian warming up in the Braves bullpen. And so is Terry Forster. Jorgensen 0 for 3. Krim, the wind, and the pitch, and hit to center. Robin Yount coming on and makes the catch. 1 down. Hubbard is 1 for 3. He's in there now against Krim. The pitch, he walked him. Benedict is 3 for 3 with Hubbard now on first. Royster is on deck. Krim to the belt. Pitch home. Hit hard and hit to left center. It's gonna be cut off by Deere. He turns and fires it into Swain. They're gonna hold Hubbard at 3rd, and the Braves can blow this thing open if Jerry Royster comes through with a hit. 1 man out, Hubbard at 3rd, Benedict at 2nd. Bruce has a 4 for 4 evening going, and Chuck Krim in a major jam. The Brewer infield is in. Royster up with 1 man out, and Jerry is 0 for 3 on the evening. Krim to the belt, the pitch home. Hit to center. Yount back a few steps again. Hubbard tagging. Maxville sends him. The throw to the plate is not in time. Hubbard slides safely, and it's a sacrifice fly for Royster. 6-3 Atlanta here in the 8th. Benedict held at 2nd. So Butler now up with Bruce still at 2nd, and 2 men out. Krim in a jam, but the chance to get out of it now. Pitch to Butler. Popped him up. Paul Molitor in fair territory, waving everybody off, and he will make the catch. But the Braves had an insurance run on 1 hit and leave 1. Those walks will kill you. It's now going to the bottom of the 8th, 6-3 Atlanta, and coming on to pitch for the Braves is Terry Forster. The man billed by David Letterman as the Big Tub of Goo. is on to face left-hander Jim Gantner, and the Brewers are not going to let that happen. So we're going to have a pinch hitter for Gantner in the bottom of the 8th. Brewers down 3. And it's going to be Mike Felder, switch hitting backup outfielder, to hit for Gantner. 309 against lefties. Forster winds and pitches to Felder. Hey, struck him out. Last 4 outs in a row are strikeouts for the Brewers, and 5 of the last 6 outs are strikeouts from Milwaukee. Swaim coming up now, 2 for 3 with a dong in the 2nd. Forster winds and pitches to Dale. And this one is a foul tip that hits Benedict. It got a piece of Bruce. Got a piece of Bruce. And he's going to have to come out of this game. He's got nothing but bloody stumps on that hand. And so we're going to have a new catcher. It's going to be Biff Pocoroba coming on for Benedict. And Bruce is going to have someone check out those stumps. Swaim still at the plate. Pocoroba now on. He will take over Benedict's spot in the order, which is the 8th spot. And Swaim remains at the plate. So it's strike 1 is the count. Forster to the belt. I'm sorry, Forster the wind, and the pitch to Swaim. And it's a base hit to center. It falls in front of Murphy. Swaim's aboard with a single, and now Molitor comes up. Torrey on the top step of the dugout. It's 6-3 Atlanta. Molitor 331 against lefties on the season. Forster to the belt, the pitch. This is a base hit. Swaim will go 2 bases, and there will be men at the corners now. So now that I'm over my coughing fit, let's reset the situation for you. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. The Braves lead 6-3. The tying run is at the plate in Robin Yount. Terry Forster's on the mound for Atlanta, facing Yount. 272 versus lefties on the 87 season for Robin. Swaim is at third, Molitor is at first. Forster to the belt, and the pitch home to Yount is a shot to Royster, who kicked it. It's a 1-base error for Royster. Yount legs it out. Molitor beats the rap at second. Swaim comes home. And it's 6-4 Atlanta. And here comes Joe Torrey. He wants Bedrosian from the Braves bullpen, and he's going to get him. So Bedrock will come on for a potential 5-out save here in the bottom of the 8th. Braggs is 1 for 4. He's coming to the plate now. And a strikeout. So Molitor at second, Yount at first. Braggs the potential go-ahead run at the plate. Bedrosian to the belt. The pitch home is a hanger. Braggs swings to left. It's deep. Butler to the wall. He crashes off the wall. He's got it. He fires it back in. Molitor was at third. Yount was at second. They're retreating to their bases. And Brock will be at the plate with 2 outs. And the same situation. Greg is the lead run. 0 for 4 on his day, 3 strikeouts, but a 304 average against right-handers. The pitch from Bedrosian to Brock to center, deep, warning track. Murphy's got it for the 3rd out, and the Brewers settle for 1 run in the bottom of the 8th. Whew. Wow. We're going to the 9th. Krim still on the mound. For the Brewers, 6-4 Braves as we go to the 9th. Ramirez, Washington, and Murphy coming up for Atlanta. Two for 4, runs scored in a whiff. Krim the wind, the pitch home. Line shot at a diving Felder playing second base now, and there's 1 man out. Washington is 2 for 4, triple, homer, 2 runs scored, 3 ribbies. Later, he's going to drive everybody back to the hotel. 1 man out with nobody on. Krim the wind, the pitch. It's a hard grounder to right field, base hit, 3rd hit for Washington. He's aboard. Murphy coming to the plate. Murph is 2 for 4 with a 2-run homer on his ledger. Krim to the belt. The pitch. It's a base hit to center field. Washington stops at second. Chambliss comes to the plate. Plesac and Clear are now throwing in the Brewer bullpen. They want to hold it where it is. They need the game. Chambliss, double play target if he can get him to hit it on the ground. Krim to the belt, the pitch home to Chris. It's a base hit. Right field. That's going to score Washington. It's going to send Murphy to 3rd. It's 7-4 Atlanta. Jorgensen due. Treble horn, top step of the dugout. Brewers infield comes in. It's 7-4 Atlanta. Brewers infield plays in. Krim to the belt. The pitch. Grounded to Swaim. It's going to get by him, and it's a base hit. Murphy scores from 3rd. It's 8-4. Chambliss stops at 2nd. Here comes Treble horn. He wants Clear to try and get him out of the 9th inning. Brewers bullpen problems continue, and Mark Clear, many times in his career, was not considered a solution to bullpen problems. 8-5 record, 448 earned run average in 87, 58 games, 78 innings, 6 saves. All right, so Chambliss at 2nd, Jorgensen at 1st, 1 man out, Hubbard at the plate, Clear to the belt, the pitch, Glenn is 1 for 3. Grounded to Swaim. He goes to Gantner for 1. The relay to Brock, not in time. Hubbard beats the wrap. It's a fielder's choice with Chambliss going to 3rd. Jorgensen retired on the force play. There's 2 outs now. Chambliss at 3rd. Hubbard at 1st. And Biff Pocoroba comes up for his first at-bat. Biff, 261 against right-handers. The pitch from Clear is hit to Brock. Greg makes the play and steps on first, and that will retire the Braves in the 9th, but solo runs in the 7th and the 8th, and then 2 in the 9th for the Braves give them an 8-4 cushion as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Bedrosian back out to try and finish it. Deere, Surhoff, Schroeder coming up for the Crew in the bottom of the 9th. They need 4 to send this to extra innings, 5 to walk it off. Deere is 1 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts. Bedrock the wind. The pitch, it's hit to Chambliss. It's by Chambliss. It's going to be a base hit as it trickles into right field. Deere is aboard with a single. We're getting some 9th inning drama. B.J. Surhoff is 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles, a strikeout, a run scored. Bedrosian to the belt. The pitch home to Surhoff. He hit this to left. It's a looper, but Butler's there, not playing deep. He's got it for out number 1. Schroeder, 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and an intentional walk. Bedrosian to the belt. The pitch home. Grounded to second. Hubbard. Ramirez for 1, and that's all. So with 2 outs now, Felder is due. And he's 0 for 1. He pinch hit for Gantner in the 8th and struck out. Bedrosian to the belt. Pitch home. Grounded to second. Hubbard to Ramirez, and that's your ball game. Braves win 8-4. Let's go through the totals for the victorious Atlanta Braves, 1983 vintage, 8 runs on 16 hits, and they made a pair of errors. For the 1987 Brewers, 4 runs on 13 hits, and they made 1 error. Winning pitcher, Craig McMurtry. Losing pitcher would be Mark Knudsen, and the save goes to Bedrosian. Team records at this point, after 11 games with 7 to play, so we're down to the final week of the season now. The 83 Braves are sitting at 8-3 and in second place in the National League. And the 87 Brewers are now 5-6 and sitting in 5th place in the American League. So they got some work to do. But this was a good one. I like this game. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Kurt Berglund. Please subscribe to stay up to date on all of the Payoff Pitch Dream Season action. We will be back tomorrow night with another ball game in the set for Game 11. Have a pleasant evening. So long, everybody.